Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel and I'm at Board Game Geek Con here in Dallas, Texas. And this is a con I work at cons most of the time. Here I'm gonna kind of let my hair down and just play some games. So I'm just gonna go around and play some games and I'll tell you guys what I think about them. The first game I played is Duck and Cover. Duck and Cover is a new game coming. I played a prototype, which I almost never do. But Duck and Cover is a game from Captain Games. And this is a game where you have ducks from 1 to 12 and you put them randomly on a grid and then you flip over cards and you're moving around trying to put them all in one stack. And I was really impressed. It's a silly little fun party game. I really enjoyed it. Played it twice, had a lot of fun. Played it like the basic rules and the advanced rules. This is coming out of Essence, so I'm looking forward to trying this one out a lot. All right, here's the opening line, the registration. There's my spot. Look how big it is. I must be a big guy. And all the way at the beginning. Registration is going to open in 12 minutes. We'll get our badges and then go play some games. So here's registration where you come and get your badge. And then over here you can get a game from a sponsor. When you get your badge, they give you a card with a suit. So for example, I got a heart suit. So I got Galaxy Trucker. If you get a diamond, you get one of the ones there. And a club. And spades over here. Over here, you can see one of the ballrooms where people are playing games. So this is now 10:30 a.m. in the morning. People are playing games. So yeah, things are getting going. I've already taught a game of Let's Go to Japan to people. Here's another smaller board game room where people are playing games. Quieter than the bigger room. So if you want to come out and play, here's an easier one place to play. All right, let's talk about some of the games that I've been playing. I played Fari, which is a fantastic game. This is rapidly becoming one of my favorite games from last year, where your workers are ships, but they're also your resources. What a cool combo. I really like this one. It has some deep, cool thoughts, and the deck, being able to play with maybe drafting your cards. This is one that I want to play again and again. I also played Gnome Hollow. This is a game that's coming out this year at Gen Con from the OP, and this game's going to be a hot game, folks. It's going to be on the hot games table at Dice Tower East. It is a game where you have these little gnomes, and you're forming rings, and you're trying to get resources, and you only have a limited number of actions, but there's a lot going on in this game, and I'm pretty impressed with how nice and smooth it comes together, and magnets. I am really impressed that all the boards are not dual layer boards, but they're magnetic boards, which works really well. And then I played Vabank. Of course, Vabank, one of my favorite bluffing games, where you are just trying to get millions of dollars. I pulled off the win in that one. In fact, I've had a pretty good day of games. I won Amalfi and Vabank, and did not win Gnome Hollow, but still pretty good. All right, time to eat.
This is about as healthy.
Here we are at the Hard 8. Look at this. This is a pork chop. This is insanity.
That is a lot of pork chop.
We're hanging out with the Board Game Snobs. That's not actually what we call them.
Well,
that's the name of their podcast.
Close enough.
They call themselves that, oddly enough. Let's get down to this pork chop.
Here's the dexterity game table. Here's a new one I found. You never ever hear of Moonshot? Well, this is kind of like Moonshot, but in this one, you're gonna take the ball and you're going back and forth with these, trying to dribble it from one to the other. So far, I've discovered that I'm pretty terrible at this game called Dribble. And over here is one here called Volta. This doesn't look very interesting at all, but it might be good. I'm gonna have to try it out. And all kinds of different games that are set up here on the tables, and you can see people just messing with a few of them. It's something you do as you come in and out of the ballrooms. All right, it is day 2. I'm down at 6 in the morning, and of course, very few, if anyone, is down here. Last night, I had a chance to play Roll for the Galaxy. It's a fun game. I forgot. I played it with 5 players, and Roll for the Galaxy, I'll play 5 players. I'll never play Race for the Galaxy with 5. But yeah, good first day. Today, the exhibit hall is going to open. So that'll be interesting to see what's in there. And more people are going to show up because the weekend is here. It's Friday. All right, I figured out how this one works. This is Volta, I saw yesterday. You're riding a horse, and on your turn, you're trying to knock the other person off the edge. But if you fall out, or knock them off their horse, but you can't fall off of your horse. And so this has a small hole. This makes it easier to stay in, I guess. So that's all the game is. And I won it. All right, well, I had a chance to play a few games. Ostia, which I've not played before. Mike has said great things about it. And Mike, well, he's right. Ostia is one of the best games I have played in a long time. What a fantastic game. I can't wait to get a copy of it for the Dice Tower Library. Yeah, just moving your ships and the Mancala action of it, just a fantastic, terrific game. And then I had a chance to play Far Shuffle, which was a great time. Played it with Derek, who used to be an editor at the Dice Tower, now is a video editor for Board Game Geek. So a great start for the morning. I'm playing Pass Pass.
Okay.
With the ne'er-do-wells.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I don't know how I can explain it better than that. It's going poorly.
Poorly. Yes.
Well, I got a diamond. You got
No. Throw out a pink. Throw out a pink. I'll give you $5.
That's 7 cards.
All right, it's day 3, Saturday here. It is pretty quiet. Not a lot going on because, well, again, it's 6:20 in the morning. Played some more games yesterday. After Us, which is a great little deck building type game. And Hadara. Oh, I love Hadara. I gotta say, folks, I'm winning lots of games here, which if you've ever played games with me, you know is a very strange and weird thing. Took a look around the exhibit hall. I'll try to show you some of that today. And yeah, played a Pass. So just a few different games we played, but it's time to get going. Here we go. All right, we just played Nidavellir and Fake Tom won. I lost. My day is ruined. I lost with 2 of my favorite games. Nidavellir, hot chocolate. Here we are in the Board Game Geek library. It's alphabetically organized. So these are C's. Over there is a row of hot games, or new games. These are games that came out in the last year or so. A lot of games, a lot of trash, but a lot of good ones. And then you can see just section upon section of games. Wow, Game of Gnomes. I bet most of you watching have never even heard of that game. But that was, when that game came out, it was the biggest game anybody had ever seen. Yeah, well, when it came out. Who's playing Frosthaven at convention anyway? There's all the Friedman Freeze games. He's conveniently has his games in the same section because they all start with the same letter. That's a smart thing to do. Not really. These are all the card games. More. And more. So many games. Well, I had a good morning. Played Space Base and Nidavellir. Didn't do well at either one of them. Then I played a new Star Wars, little drafting chibi Star Wars type game. So that was fun. Yeah. Now I'm going to go check out the flea market. Long lines, as all flea markets have. Probably goes forever. Oh, here's the end of the line sign. See, it's not too long. Probably is really long. The lines are open. It's Texas Tommy. Before going in, very exciting. All right, look at these. Lots of games, cheap prices, deals being thrown around. Look, you want Ogre? I couldn't even fit that on the plane. Or Anachrony. Lots and lots of games. People buying games right and left. So this here is a charity auction that Board Game Geek is going to run. These are all the games that came out of the library. So you're not seeing like the best games, but there's still some amazing games you'll find here. And it's all cheap, easy to get. And later there's gonna be crowds of people in here and it's all gonna go. All right, we're in the exhibit hall. Here's the geek store where you can get Hawaiian geek shirts and all kinds of different, there's some few promos, and then there's these beautiful, I love this, these poster tubes and some promos, and of course the geek up sets. You know, if you want to get all the geek up sets, which I think are fantastic, there's just row upon row upon row of these here. And then we have all sorts of different booths here. You can see them. There's some that are demoing. This is where you come to get your prizes if you've won. Here we have a tower twist game. Lots of different games all over the place. Here's giant dice that you can get. Aries mystery bags. There's a game store where you can buy games from. Get your own lightsaber. So there's 3 rows of various companies. Here's CG. Look, ooh, SETI. Woo! SETI's coming out later this year. And that's the exhibit hall for the most part. A lot more people playing games now. All right, this is the charity sale after it's been picked through. There's still some games left here, but the best ones are gone, sure. But there's more, so we'll see what happens. It's the last day that I'm going to be here, although this convention goes over the weekend into Memorial Day, but I'm flying out tonight here from the Hyatt Regency. That's in the middle of the airport. It's kind of an unusual convention. It's hard to actually get off, although we do pull it off. And yeah, so I played a ton of games last night, and so now kind of just fooling around a bit. I'm going to be on a show this morning from Our Family Plays Games, and yeah, just come down still early in the morning to see who's down playing games. We'll get some more games played, and then it's time to fly home. I'm playing more Duck and Cover, and Roy is playing Arts.
Do I get to take trophies?
These two games are so similar. Lots of people playing games Sunday afternoon, all over the place here. The exhibit hall is open. Everything. So, just got done with a panel or a live thing from Our Family Plays Games. Just played again some more of Duck and Cover. So let's get going. It's a Sunday afternoon. It's almost the end of the time for me. I'm about to head back to the airport, but I'm in the aviators room. This is one of their smaller ballrooms. You can see people are still playing games. Usually on a Sunday at conventions, things are winding down, but here it's continuing on because it goes till tomorrow, Memorial Day. But I'm heading home to be with my family, so let's get to the airport. All right, so we are done with BGG Spring, and it was a great time. We had a good time. If you were there and you said hi to us, then I was someone like, what's the worst game you played here? I was like, none.
Yeah.
All the games I played were good.
Really awesome people, lots of fun.
Yep, so we are heading back home, but we'll see you guys. The next con is Dice Tower East.
Yes.
We'll see you there. Until then, I'm Tom Vasel. You've been watching the Dice Tower.
See you.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another video on the Dice Tower. Hey, do you want to know what's going on with Dice Tower? Do you want to know about our events, our cruises, special things that we're going to do live here in the Dice Tower? Subscribe to Dice Tower Digest. Go to dicetowerdigest.com. It's a newsletter that we send out bi-weekly. We won't use your email for anything else. This is just to get you some information about the Dice Tower so you'll be up to date. Thanks for watching.